Parles-tu français?
¿Hablas español?
Parli italiano?
If you've used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based technique teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world. With lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers, Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/acast. Spelled BABBEL.com/acast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This holiday season, Instacart is bringing magic to the people who make it magic for others. Get delivery and deals on everything you need this season. Whether it's a last-minute holiday decor emergency, coverage for the holiday party, or just avoiding going out in the cold, Instacart is here. Plus, November 24th to December 23rd is Deal Month, with savings from your favorite retailers and deals on grocery, electronics, beauty, toys, and more. Download the Instacart app to get a little magic delivered today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
This is Auditory Anthology, a podcast featuring the best sci-fi short fiction. I'm your curator, Keith Conrad. We release new stories every Tuesday and Thursday. If you like what you hear, I hope you'll take the time to rate and review our show on your podcast player of choice. And be sure to recommend it to a friend. That'll help us grow the podcast and continue to share these stories with you every week. You can also support the show by subscribing to our new Substack at auditoryanthology.substack.com. By becoming a paid subscriber, you'll help keep the stories coming. You'll also get every episode completely commercial-free, and you can vote on which story we'll feature in upcoming episodes. If you have a story you'd like to contribute to the series, you can visit submissions.soundconceptmedia.com or just follow the link in the show notes.
We live in an age where every pulse and every step you take is tracked by a device on your wrist. Well, what if that technology isn't looking out for our well-being, but something a little darker? In this week's story, we meet Elias, a call center employee whose first day on the job begins like any other, listening to strangers' problems. But soon he discovers his job is not to troubleshoot glitches in a health band, but something a little bit more sinister and final. This week's story is Call Center by Noah Vale.
The elevator jolted to a halt on the 4th floor, the doors shuddering open with a metallic groan that sounded suspiciously like resignation. Elias stepped out onto the thin, industrial-gray carpet, immediately hit by the stale cocktail of recirculated air, cheap instant coffee, and the low-level hum of 100 conversations happening at once. This was Zenith Customer Solutions, a name that promised a peak but delivered a basement regardless of the floor number. The fluorescent lights overhead buzzed with a headache-inducing flicker, casting a sickly pallor over the rows of fabric-walled dividers that stretched out like a maze designed to trap hope. Elias adjusted his collar, which already felt too tight, and scanned the room. He was here for the Vital Link Wellness Band account. The irony wasn't lost on him. He was about to spend 8 hours a day explaining to angry strangers why their wristbands weren't effectively tracking their inner peace, all while standing in a room that actively depleted it. He navigated the narrow aisles, dodging a supervisor with a clipboard who was walking too fast and a trash can overflowing with energy drink cans. The noise was a wash of white sound. "Have you tried resetting it? I understand your frustration. Please hold." He found his assigned row, G, and counted down the numbers, G14. It was a corner cubicle, though that was a generous term for the 3-foot expanse of particle board. The walls were pinned with the curled edges of old memos and a single faded motivational poster of a cat hanging from a branch that someone had defaced with a mustache. Sitting in the center of the desk was a computer monitor so old it had yellowed to the color of nicotine-stained teeth. Beside it lay a headset, its foam ear pads flaking away to reveal the black plastic beneath. The cord tangled in a knot that looked impossible to undo. Elias dropped his bag, stared at the blinking cursor on the screen, and sat down. It took him 5 minutes to untangle the cord, and another 5 to guess the generic password written on a sticky note under the keyboard. Password happened to be Zenith 1. The screen flickered to life, displaying a DOS-like interface with green text, Vital Link Support version 4.2. He clicked Ready. Immediately a shrill beep pierced his ear. "Vital Link, Elias speaking." "It's red," a woman's voice, high-pitched, bordering on hysteria. "It's just a solid red line. It's hot. Is it supposed to be hot?" Elias referenced the laminated sheet taped to the desk. Status light, red, protocol, immediate redirection. He hadn't covered this in the 20-minute orientation video, but the prompt on the screen was blinking urgently. "Ma'am, I need you to take a deep breath," Elias said, his voice falling into a practiced calm he didn't feel. "I can help you with that. Can you read me the serial number on the inner band?" "It's 44902. He keyed in the numbers. The screen flashed. Input code. "Thank you. Now, there are 2 small letters after the number. What are they?" RF. He typed it. A block of text appeared on his screen, stark and specific. It wasn't a troubleshooting step. "Okay, ma'am, I need you to listen closely. Leave your location immediately. Walk north, take the second turn to your right, walk 50 paces, enter the third door on your left. Do not move until you are approached." Okay, north, second right. I'm going." Click. He stared at the screen as it reset. What kind of tech support was this? Beep. "Hello?" A child's voice, maybe 7 years old, sniffling. "Hi there," Elias said, shifting in his creaky chair, ignoring the sweat prickling at his hairline. "Is everything okay?" "My bracelet. It's looking at me. It's all red." "It's okay, buddy. Don't be scared. Is your mom or dad there?" "No? Okay. I need you to be brave for a second. Can you read numbers?" The kid read the serial through sniffles. Then Elias asked for the code. "NK." The screen populated new text. "Good job. Now, listen. Go out the front door. Turn left. Walk until the sidewalk ends. Turn right. Walk 20 steps. Stop. Close your eyes. Count to 100. "Okay." The line went dead. Elias rubbed his temples. This felt wrong. He looked over the divider. His neighbor was calmly explaining how to sync steps to an iPhone. Beep. The third call was a man, breathless, aggressive. "I'm stuck in traffic on the bridge and this damn thing is blinding me. It's solid red. I can't turn it off." Elias didn't even blink this time. He felt like an automaton. "Sir, pull over. Give me the serial." 88215. "Fix it!" "Code?" QX. "Hurry up!" "Leave your car. Walk forward in the direction of traffic. Count 4 pillars. Stop. Face the water. Wait." "What? I'm not gonna—" "Those are the instructions, sir. Walk forward, count 4 pillars, face the water." The man hung up without a thank you. Just the sound of a car door slamming. Elias sat back, the headset heavy on his ears. The screen blinked back to ready, but he didn't click it again immediately. He looked at his hands. They were shaking slightly. It took a few more calls that afternoon, a teenager in a mall, an elderly woman in a library, all with the red light, all ending with him giving precise, nonsensical coordinates. Walk south, turn east, third bench. At 5:00 p.m., the system locked him out automatically. He pulled the headset off, rubbing the black flakes from his ear. The office hummed on, oblivious. He grabbed his bag and walked back to the elevator, the mysterious instructions swirling in his head as the doors slid shut on his first day. That night, Elias sat on the edge of his sagging mattress, bathed in the blue light of the evening news. He was nursing a lukewarm beer, trying to wash the sound of the beeps out of his head. "Breaking news from the East River Bridge," the anchor announced. her face composed in practiced gravity. "A multi-car pileup has resulted in one fatality. Police are investigating, maybe DUI or malfunction." The screen cut to shaky helicopter footage. Ambulances, flares, twisted metal. Then a brief blurry zoom in on a gurney being wheeled away. A limp hand hung off the side. On the wrist, unmistakable in the strobe of emergency lights, was a vital link band. It was pulsing a rhythmic, angry red. Elias froze. The beer bottle slipped from his hand, thumping onto the carpet and foaming over. He didn't clean it up. The next day at work, during his 15 minutes break, Elias huddled in the fire escape stairwell, the only place in the building where the Wi-Fi reached, but the supervisors didn't. His hands trembled as he opened the map app on his phone. He typed in the coordinates for the East River Bridge. He zoomed into the northbound lane, right where the traffic would have stalled. He replayed the instructions in his head. Walk forward. Count 4 pillars. Face the water. He traced the path on the screen with his thumb. 1 pillar, 2, 3, 4. He dragged the view to see what lay directly opposite that specific spot, facing the water. His breath hitched. The phone nearly slipped from his clammy fingers. It made no sense, and yet looking at the satellite imagery, it made terrifying absolute sense. He shoved the phone into his pocket, his heart hammering a frantic rhythm against his ribs. He went back to his cubicle, but he didn't log in immediately. Instead, he opened a browser window and minimized it to a sliver. He searched. Woman heart attack apartment, 6th Elm. A small local news item popped up. Found deceased in a vacant building. Authorities are puzzled as she lived 2 blocks away, wearing a health bracelet that failed to alert paramedics. Child death. Tire swing. Another article. Tragedy in the suburbs. 7-year-old boy found beneath a neighbor's tree. Natural causes suspected. Sudden cardiac arrest. Parents say he wandered off confused. He found another one. A case he hadn't taken, but one that fit the timeline. Child found dead in subway stairway. The article mentioned the bracelet. One op-ed piece caught his eye. Vital link or vital sync? The wearable tech that watches you die. The journalist made a crude, scathing joke about how the only thing the bracelet accurately tracked was the time of death, calling it a countdown timer for the gullible. Elias sat there, the pieces clicking together with the old precision of a locking mechanism. The red light wasn't a malfunction. It was a notification. Over the next few days, he listened harder. He noted the serial numbers. He noted the 2-letter codes. 44902 DL. The support software, Vital Link Support version 4.2, used the numbers to locate the user and his place of death. And the letters? No idea yet. It hit him on a Tuesday, midway through a call with an old man gasping for air in a park. This time he asked him for his precise location and tracked the instructions on his phone to the final location. A synagogue. And the others? A church, a mosque, and a cemetery. The realization washed over him, cold and absolute. The 2 letters weren't a model number. They were the religion, the belief system. The code determined the ritual, the position, the final comfort needed for the departure. Elias looked at the old monitor, at the blinking green cursor waiting for his input. He wasn't tech support. He wasn't fixing glitches. He wasn't saving anyone. He was guiding souls to their final destination.
This holiday season, Instacart is bringing magic to the people who make it magic for others. Get delivery and deals on everything you need this season, whether it's a last-minute holiday decor emergency, coverage for the holiday party, or just avoiding going out in the cold. Instacart is here. Plus, November 24th to December 23rd is Deal Month, with savings from your favorite retailers and deals on grocery, electronics, beauty, toys, and more. Download the Instacart app to get a little magic delivered today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.
Auditory Anthology is curated and produced by me, Keith Conrad. Your narrator is Darren Marlar. Be sure to check out Darren's award-winning paranormal podcast, Weird Darkness, available at WeirdDarkness.com and your podcast app of choice. This week's story was Call Center by Noah Vale. It's an original story Noah was nice enough to let us share. If you have a story you'd like to contribute to the series, you can visit submissions.soundconceptmedia.com or just follow the link in the show notes. Coming up on Tuesday, we'll have our spooky sci-fi series Tales from the Blue Line. The next in our classic sci-fi series on Thursday will be Invader from Infinity by George Whittington. When a ruthless, technologically superior alien destroys much of Commander McPartland's ship, the desperate captain correctly deduces the flaw in the enemy's attack and comes up with a unique strategy to win.
Parles-tu français?
¿Hablas español?
Parli italiano?
If you've used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based technique teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world. With lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers, Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/acast. Spelled BABBEL.com/acast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.
When the flu is keeping you up at night, don't try to tough it out. Knock out your flu symptoms with NyQuil Intense Flu. You got this. It provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep well through the night. NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching, fever, best sleep with a flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.